Oh, that coffee's not that bad today. Hey there, how you doing? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, let's take a look at the cryptocurrency markets and see what we're looking at. Well, we're looking at $95.8 billion trade, or for a market cap. That's not that bad. I mean, we're back there near the $100 billion mark. Cryptocurrency and Bitcoin are all growing. Adoption's happening left and right with all this news and hype that's happening with what's happening on Bitcoin and segregated witness coming to it. It's starting to make some mainstream media, which is going to start flooding in some new people because they want to, get in on some of this and make, more money just like the rest of us do. We got 2.7 billion traded in the last 24 hours. That's actually down. That's down quite a bit considering what we had seen yesterday. It seems like the weekends have been, real bloody lately. But, with this kind of trading volume, we're not really seeing that much red in the water right now. So I'm pretty satisfied with it. If we can continue with a sideways movement through the rest of this weekend, I mean, that's going to be absolutely wonderful. We got a BTC price that's way up there. $2,812. That's a 2.5% increase, and I'm loving it, right? We got Ethereum coming in at $225. That's some sideways movement. We got Ripple coming in at 18.5 cents. That's also some sideways movement. We got Litecoin holding on to $45.99. That's some sideways movement as well. We got Ethereum Classic making a little bit of a gain today, coming in at $16.44. That's up 2.7%, and that's great. We want to see them keep moving back towards that $20 mark, right? We got Dash coming in at $190. That's some sideways movement for them as well. We got NEM. Hey, they got some gains, some decent ones here too, 5.7%. That are up to 15.2 cents. That's great. I'd like to see NEM do some more. I'd like to see this giant wake up and take a couple steps closer to, I don't know, 30 cents, 35 cents, 40 maybe, right? We got Monero coming in at $41.77. That's a 1.5% increase. Nothing great, but at least, not falling backwards. We got Zcash coming in at $208. That's down 1.5%, but really not that much considering the volatility in cryptocurrency market. So what do we got with Steam? We got Steam coming in at $1.55. That's some pretty decent increases. They've been going up and up over the last 2 days, back to about where they were. We're coming in at we got a 6.8% increase, and we got the Steam backed dollar right where I like to see it at $1.05. That's a 1.3% increase, showing me that we got a little bit of a stabilized market at the moment because I've been using the Steam backed dollar to help me peg what's going on with all the altcoins, and we're coming in at $1.05, which is what I consider a buck with tax, making me feel about right. So, what kind of news we got going on here? Well, we got all kinds of news. We got that about 5,000 Japanese shops and merchants are going to be looking at stopping BTC payments, on the evening of July 31st and the beginning of August 1st. They're saying that this pretty much isn't going to be their fault, that this is because Bitflyer and CoinCheck are going to be stopping their services due to the potential, chain split and everything that's going to be happening when the code from the user-activated soft fork start getting on the Bitcoin network and doing what it does. We also seen these things, these messages come up on Coinbase about how if there is, the potential of something happening, they're going to stop the exchanges, they're going to freeze everything and, try to let some of the code run through so then they can see what's going to happen, and when that's all determined and worked out and no one's at risk of losing any money, then they'll go ahead, they're going to open up the exchanges again, they're going to open the wallets back up, and here in Japan they're saying that these merchants either are not going to, there'll be no problem if there's no contention whatsoever, but if there's contention, they'll just stop for this until it's solved, and then they'll go ahead and open the markets back up so that these merchants will be able to accept BTC once again. So, I mean, this is at least playing it safe, so no one's going to be waking up, on August 3rd if there is some contention and say, hey, where'd the BTC in my wallet go, right? Because nobody really wants that to happen. Whether or not this is going to have any effect on the price on the 31st, right before, 24 to 48 hours of the BTC markets being shut down pretty much across the world through the exchanges and everything, that I'm sure that's going to have some sort of outcome on the price. But which way it's going to pull, I'm not exactly sure at this moment. You always think one thing in cryptocurrency and then it turns around, it happens to be the other way. So let's see, what else we got for news? Well, we got Russia, and they're looking at, Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they've been working on some legal framework to see what they can't do to, legalize this when they get their hands in the cookie jar and get their part too, right? Well, now they're also looking at legalizing the ICOs. They're saying over 150 ICOs have happened in the last year, that there's been over $500 million collected in ICOs, and they're wondering about how they can go about and getting their fingers in that cookie jar too. $500 million, government always wants money. They're seeing that, this stuff is going to be growing and growing just like the rest of us do, that this stuff is going to be the money of the future. Millions and billions of dollars are happening in this. So they want to get the framework in place so they can start taxing it, knowing all their stuff. And, we got South Korea continuing along with these same exact ideals. They got laws that they're putting in place for the exchanges, pretty much saying that Bitcoin is going to be treated just like it is over in Japan and South Korea, and they're saying the exchanges, they want them to have almost about $500,000, about $436,000, in reserve. They want to have them to have a processing facility for know your customer laws, anti-money laundering laws. So, this will help adopt cryptocurrency over there in South Korea. It's pretty much going to get them operating like Japan and the United States, where we have exchanges, but they have all these rules and regulations to go along with them. So pretty much the government knows, if you're going to Coinbase or if you're over in South Korea and you're going through their exchanges here now, they know what you got and they know what you're doing with it, especially if you're operating out of the wallets that they provide for you on the exchanges where you're purchasing. So, that's about all I got today in, news for BNC. If you like everything I got going on, I need you to hit that subscribe button. I can't keep saying enough about how big this community is growing here. I never thought I was going to get over 500 subscribers, and we're almost to 2,000 here on Steemit. We're over 1,500 on YouTube, and this is absolutely wonderful. I love seeing all your guys' comments, so please keep leaving them below. If you got questions and you want to have a community talk about it, list them down below. there's quite a few people who go through the comments answering questions and whatnot, but as always, there's my email address. It's eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. If you've got questions for me, go ahead, shoot them my way. I'll see if I can't get back to you in 24 hours. See if I can't help you figure this stuff out, and if I can't figure it out, I'm going to point you in the direction of somebody else who can. I have to say thank you to the person who used my Genesis mining code last night. Awesome. Great way to help support this channel. 3% discount. A little something for you, right? I know you can get it from anybody, but if you use my code, it's a great way of helping to support the channel. There's also donational addresses down there. If you got a little extra crypto you can toss my way, I greatly appreciate it. And as always, list of tools down there to help you navigate these cryptocurrency markets, because I don't want to see you guys get ripped off. I want to see you guys, make the most out of your crypto, grow your BTC, get rich in the future, and be able to go travel the world and have a good time, own houses, cars, boats, all that good stuff, just like I want. So, do what you can out there, and as always, get on Steemit if you can, free crypto, upvote my posts whenever you can. That's amazing. If you can do that for me, it's another great way to support this channel. And remember, keep your Bitcoin safe.